saw was almost, was one of the factors that made me decide to quit my job. There were other factors, but I realized when I was there that those people could have been people I grew up with. And they, undoubtedly, I'm sure there were some people that I could have known. They could have been neighbors of mine. But they weren't as lucky as I was to have a good job in a skyscraper in downtown Philadelphia, and being able to go to meetings like I just described to try to cheat people out of reform. So I apologize to all of you for the role that I played in that effort and other efforts over the years to keep things from happening like you're trying to make happen here in Vermont. I was becoming increasingly uncomfortable even before I saw the movie, even before I went to the remote area medical expedition in Wise County. By the way, this was the 8th year that was being held. It was held every July. And the organization that's putting them on, Remote Area Medical, started out flying doctors from the U.S. to the Amazon and to Africa and to Asia. And they recently spent a lot of time in Haiti. This was started in 1985. But very quickly, when counties around the country noticed what they were doing, they started calling this organization and pleading with them to come to their counties in the U.S. because of the great need for care in the U.S. And now over 65% of what they're doing is in the United States of America, the place where the insurance industry would like you to think has the best healthcare system in the world. And I was among those who tried to convince people that was the case. I was growing increasingly uncomfortable as I was doing the research for the white papers that I was writing. I knew that people were suffering in this country. I knew that there were flesh and blood people attached to those numbers, 46 million, now 51 million people who don't have insurance in this country. I was becoming especially uncomfortable serving as a spokesman for an industry that's trying to move all of us into these high deductible plans. Again, they're very, very profitable. It's why in 2010, the big for-profit insurance companies had one of the most profitable years in their history, because they've been able to shift more and more of us into these plans, and more of us are having to forego care. They don't have to pay claims when this happens. So that's why they were making so much money last year. That's why they'll make a lot of money this year and going forward, unless we finally wake up to the game that they're playing and how they're rewarding their shareholders. I will stop with that, and because I want to have the remainder of our time be a conversation, I'll try to field questions from you. But I just wanted you to tell you a couple stories about what influenced me to leave my job and to start doing what I'm doing. I'm not advocating any kind of any option 1, 2, or 3. I'm not advocating single payer versus public option. I'm advocating for the truth. And I trust that you in Vermont will be aware of the propaganda campaign that is going to be hitting you all pretty soon. If not this year, next year, because this is not going to be resolved finally this year. I trust that lawmakers will take the steps necessary to get you where you might ultimately want to go as a state. But this is going to be a multi-year project for you all. And this will give the insurance industry and its allies a lot of opportunities to try to turn public opinion against what you're trying to do. So you can count on that happening. You've got your work cut out for you. I give you my best wishes and hope that you can do what's right for the people of Vermont. Thank you.